in for the Prosper Stud Class 3. Catch Me Kate, Like a Kai, stands up well with Miss Lane. Hindrance. Now, Roy for Gold is the one out of line. Beg to Differ's favourite on the tote, 310, 170. Thank you, Matthew. Just about set here. Roy for Gold has gone up. And the gates open. Catch Me Kate was slowly away. Like a Kai didn't jump all that well. Al Jabba got out quickly. Beg to Differ's up on the outside, followed by Roy for Gold. Ridden hard. Miss Lane is going up behind the leaders, followed by Top Knot, Like a Kai. Then Red Mill and Hindred second last, and Catch Me Kate on the inside. There's a fair turn of speed on. They've got about 700 to go. And the leader Beg to Differ about a half a length in front of Al Jabba, pushing up along the inside. 3/4 of a length off then Roy for Gold, followed by Miss Lane. A further break in the field as they race towards the turn. Top Knot, Like a Kai. Well back on the bend was Catch Me Kate, followed by Red Mill, and Hindrances along last, but around the turn, Roy for Gold went very wide, looking for the firmer going, and out very wide. Roy for Gold raced up on the outside of Beg to Differ. In behind those, Al Jabba, followed by Miss Lane. Further back in the field then, Like a Kai, followed then by Top Knot, but out very wide. It's Roy for Gold battling it out with Beg to Differ down on the inside, but Roy for Gold is well clear, and on the extreme outside fence, Roy for Gold races away, and Roy for Gold wins it very well indeed. Now Top Knot is second, Beg to Differ third, then Catch Me Kate, followed further back in the field Red Mill, then Like a Kai, followed by Miss Lane. Hindrance well back in the field and pulling up very quickly. Al Jabba was last. Well, that's the place to be on the outside fence. Roy for Gold, Rowley Saxton. He summed the situation up very, very quickly. Number 2, Roy for Gold, loves the track here at Queanbeyan. I think that's 4 wins at Queanbeyan now, or 3. Number 2, the winner, Roy for Gold, trained by Benny Winan at Callaroo, ridden by Rowley Saxton. The winner raced by the trainer, and Roy for Gold by Roy Danzig out of Marcinet. Won very well indeed. Number 8 is second, Top Knot, ridden by Kevin Sweeney for trainer Norm Gardner. And third goes to number 1, Beg to Differ, Larry Mortell for trainer John Britton. So the numbers, 281, 10 was fourth, 101.45 the time. 101.45 was the time for the race. 101.45. Roy for Gold, Rowley Saxton first, Top Knot Kevin Sweeney second, and Beg to Differ Larry Mortell third, following the running of race 4 at Queanbeyan. (281.10) official in the time of 101.45. Dividends race 4, the numbers 281, 2 the winner Roy for Gold, ridden by Rowley Saxton, 5.20 for the win, 180 the place. Second number 8 Top Knot, returning $5.20, and 1 Beg to Differ third at $1.50. So Roy for Gold, 5.20, 180, Top Knot at $5.20, Beg to Differ $1.50, Quinella $44.40, $44.40, Exacta $68.90, $68.90, and the 281 Trifecta $323.50, $321.50. Fourth in the race, number 10 Catch Me Kate. Now the winner scored by 3 1/4 lengths, with a length and a quarter between second and third. 3 1/4, 1 1/4. The overall time was 101.45, 101.45, with the sectional time 37.87. So the numbers race 4, Queanbeyan 281, and I'll send the weight down the line as soon as it becomes available.
The gates. Well, there's one raring. Salieri Sam settles again. Racing in the Cup. And one of the first out was Mr. Jackhammer near the inside. Mr. Musical ridden up, and Ridurk has begun smartly. Savrocker drifting back into the field. Wider out, Biter Condios coming across the front of the field with Venderbrink, Young Polly, Proud Poet, Fly with Eagles, Colorado Ring, and Salary Sam at the tail as Mr. Musical leads the field at the winning post with a round to go by 2 to Mr. Jackhammer and Biter Condios. 1.5 Omar Zam. Young Polly pratted out 3 deep around Venderbrink, and then Savrocker squeezed up between runners Salary Sam on the inside from Ridurk. A length Fly with Eagles, Colorado Ring, and 1.5 last of all is Proud Poet as they swing into the back. 1,400 metres out, Mr. Musical. A third emergency, a length and a half, Biter Condios. Mr. Jackhammer in the box seat, third on the rails, 2 away. Venderbrink racing on the outside of Omar Zam. A length and a quarter, Young Polly out deep around Savrocker and Salary Sam. 1 to Ridurk, a length Colorado Ring, Fly with Eagles, and 2 last of all is Proud Poet. At the 1,100, Mr. Musical out by 4 lengths. 2 Biter Condios on the outside of Mr. Jackhammer. Another 3 lengths to Venderbrink and Omar Zam. 2 lengths to Young Polly. Salary Sam on the inside of Savrocker, a little over a length. Ridurk followed well back by Colorado Ring, Fly with Eagles, and about 6 last of all is Proud Poet. Off the back, 800 metres out, Mr. Musical taking off Young Polly, getting around them quickly within the set of Biter Condios. 2 lengths away to Mr. Jackhammer inside Venderbrink, and then Omar Zam followed by Savrocker, getting his ear scrubbed off but not responding. Salary Sam slipping up on the inside from Colorado Ring, and then Fly with Eagles as they head up towards the turn. 500 metres out in the cup, and Mr. Musical from Young Polly. Biter Condios, Mr. Jackhammer there on the inside under the whip Venderbrink. Then Omar Zam, Salary Sam, Savrocker as they corner the leader, Mr. Musical, Young Polly. Mr. Jackhammer back on the inside from Omar Zam, Biter Condios, and then comes Salary Sam. The rest are struggling. Venderbrink's not in the race. Young Polly took the lead from Mr. Musical. Mr. Jackhammer coming on the outside, but it's Young Polly in front of Mr. Jackhammer, and back on the inside Mr. Musical. Young Polly wins the cup. Another one for Darren Weir. Young Polly by a length and a half, Mr. Jackhammer. Omar Zam and Mr. Musical in a photo for third, followed by Fly with Eagles out deep and Salary Sam. Then Colorado Ring. Next in was Biter Condios, Savrocker, well back Ridurk, and last to pull up was Venderbrink. Young Polly's got home here. Number 6 brings up a treble for Darren Weir and Brad Rawiller. Number 6, Young Polly, taking out the cup here at Murtoa, sponsored by K&J Baker. 6, Young Polly first, Brad Rawiller. Number 9, second, Mr. Jackhammer, Gary Murphy. And we'll stand by for third. I think Omar Zam on the outside's the prominent one here. Mr. Musical might have just missed out, but it's pretty tight between them. Young Polly bringing up a treble for Darren Weir, and Brad Rawiller is by Polydor out of Petita. A great heron mare raced by Mr. and Mrs. Worrell Dunn, A.T. Cosgrove, Mrs. K.L. Hutton, W.O. Clifford, K.A. Thistlethwaite, D.G. Hutton and Mrs. L. Wood. A big day, Darren, here today, and Brad. Number 9, Mr. Jackhammer by Ark Regal out of Embellished. Peter Young and Gary Murphy was in the box seat all the way, and we stand by for third. I don't know what's run third, to be honest with you. I think probably Omar Zam, but yes, it has. 3 is third, Omar Zam, ridden by Neville Wilson. Zamoff from Poetic Bell, Bill Dunstan at Hamilton.
Toy goes up, waiting on Desert Sails and Centauri. Two to move in. Now, Desert Sails goes up towards the line. That will leave Centauri the last one. Line taking good shape here. Now, Centauri goes up. They're all in. Race 5. The line is set. Thanks, Matt. Now they're all in. Started coming around to release the field. Favourite on the tote, Shecky 280. 510 Cohiba Lad. The race over 1,600 metres. Mr. Guilty drawn the inside, they're set. See a chance, they're off now. Mr. Guilty on the inside jumped out well. Opera Serenade and Think a Prominent, so too is See a Chance, who's looking for the lead back behind those Shecky, followed by Centauri. Then Desert Sails down on the inside, Cohiba Lad, and dropping out to last was Hannah's Toy. Settling fully into stride as they race towards the back. They've got about 1,300 to go. See a Chance leads Shecky second, followed by Cohiba Lad, moving up quickly now. And also going up on the outside of the leader, Centauri, followed by Mr. Guilty back along the inside of Desert Sails, followed back behind those then Opera Serenade, who's down on the inside, then Hannah's Toy, and Think is relegated to the tail of the field. In the back straight, they've got about 950 to go, and the leader now, another leader, Cohiba Lad is the leader. Now running second is Centauri on the outside, See a Chance is third. Not too far away, the favourite Shecky with the sit on the leaders. Back centre field behind those Desert Sails, Mr. Guilty, then Hannah's Toy, followed by Opera Serenade, and Think on the outside as last, racing up towards the turn, and Cohiba Lad out towards the centre of the leader, joined now by Shecky, who's closer down towards the inside. Off the track, running on with Centauri, followed by See a Chance. Opera Serenade is starting a run with Think, followed then by Desert Sails, losing ground. Well back as they race towards the turn, Hannah's Toy and Mr. Guilty. Around the bend, these leaders are going very, very wide. Out towards the centre, Shecky raced well clear. Out the top of the straight, Shecky kicked away. In second place, Opera Serenade's running on, followed by Think, and down the outside was Centauri, and back behind those Hannah's Toy. But as they race inside the 200, he's got to go for Shecky on the outside. Think is coming quickly, and also Opera Serenade, but Shecky is the leader. Think on the outside is trying hard, but the favourite is too good, Shecky, and Shecky by about a length and a half. Shecky a length and a half over Think. Third, Opera Serenade, followed then by Centauri, then Hannah's Toy. Cohiba Lad well back, followed by See a Chance, then Mr. Guilty and Desert Sails last. Shecky too good in the run to the line. Number 4, Shecky is the winner, ridden by Brett Johnson. Shecky is the winner. Now the time for the race, 1:43.32. 1:43.32. So the numbers are official, 4:10.8 for the winner, Shecky. And Shecky to return. Well, it's moved on to the next race, so I can't give you those approximates. Shecky, the winner. Second, number 10, Think, ridden by Jamie Dickinson. And number 8, Opera Serenade, Adrian Late, third. So that winner to return, $2.80, $1.70. Think, $1.90, $2 even. And Opera Serenade, $1.90. So Shecky, $2.80, $1.70. Think, $2 even. And Opera Serenade, $1.90. Following the running of race 5 at Queanbeyan. 4:10.8, 7:11 the numbers. 4:10.8, 7:11. And the time for the race, 1:43.32. 1:43.32 was the time. A length and a half by 3/4 the margins. A length and a half by 3/4. 40.52 sectional time. $4.10.8, 7:11 for the winner, Shecky, raced by Miss K.A. Taylor, trained by Sean Cody at Queanbeyan. And Shecky is by Tierce out of Hippity Hop and ridden by Brett Johnson. Seconds, number 10, Think, by Canny Lad out of Lindislas, Jim Caneen, the trainer, Canberra, Jamie Dickinson. And third, number 8, Opera Serenade, by Opera Prince out of Pay Attention, the trainer, Terry Miller, ridden by Adrian Late. A length and a half by 3/4. Fourth, number 7, Centauri. And fifth was 11, Hannah's Toy. 1:43.32 was the time. Sectional 40.52, 40.52. And a length and a half by 3/4 the margins. As the winner returns, Shecky, trained by Sean Cody and ridden by Brett Johnson. 4 to move in here. We've got Offelon, Bronze Dozzy and West Common Lass to take up their positions, although Mighty Lady hasn't moved in as yet. Boldest Lovers in with No, Best of Burgess, Sieta. This race over the 900 metre course. Again, Mighty Lady pulls away from the line. Now, Mighty Lady giving a bit of trouble over there. The rider's out of the saddle, waiting on West Common Lass to move along. Another open race here. Number 9 is into favouritism now. Offelon at 460. At 460 for No. Sieta's at $5.10. 460 for number 4 Bronze Dozzy at $4.60. The 900 metre course here. And it looks as though they're all in the barrier stalls. No, West Common Lass stand up in the gates with the Best of Burgess, Sieta. Offelon settles down, so they're set now. Just waiting on the starter to come around and release the field. This is race 6 of 8. They're under starters' orders for the Callaghan Lodge Class 1. Starter goes up. The speed will be on here. Gates open. Now getting out quickly, Tigger out very wide and No is prominent. Bronze Dozzy and Offelon is driving through, followed further back in the field. Then Sieta as they sort themselves out, followed by Best of Burgess, Captain Mildwater, Mighty Lady and Boulder's Love. They're flying out in front and going quickly. West Common Lass is the leader now. Around the field, West Common Lass takes over about a long neck in front of Offelon. Sieta's running third, followed by Bronze Dozzy starting a run. The next one was Tigger very wide, further back to No. Then Mighty Lady closer down towards the inside. Best of Burgess, Captain Mildwater's well back and Boulder's Love, but as they swing around the turnout very wide, West Common Lass is the leader, closer down towards the inside. Sieta's not too far away. Mighty Lady's putting in a run, followed by Offelon, and back behind those Bronze Dozzy, but as they race down with about 50 metres to go, out very wide, West Common Lass is the leader, trying hard as Sieta, but West Common Lass is too good, and West Common Lass about a length or so over Sieta, followed then by Best of Burgess, out wide Tigger, followed by Mighty Lady, then Bronze Dozzy. Further back in the field, Boulder's Love, Captain Mildwater, Offelon, and pulling up quickly amongst the tail enders was No. West Common Lass is the winner here. Stand by for the official numbers. The time for the race, 55.16. 55.16 for the 900 metres. Well, they're spreading out very wide here. And number 12 is the winner, West Common Lass. Nathan Stanley, and that's a winning double to trainer Joe Cleary. The Cleary clan have taken over the meeting today. Father Frank has 1 winner and Joe Cleary 2 winners. Now, number 10 is second. That's Sieta Robbie Sherlock, and we're standing by for third. Number 12 is the winner, West Common Lass, beating number 10, which was Sieta. And number 14 is third. Number 14 third. Best of Burgess, ridden by Brett Johnson. So the numbers are official. Race 6, they being 12, 10, 4. Number 7 was 4th, Tigger. And number 5, 5th, Mighty Lady, in the time of 55.16. Spectre. Lavina Bay's in. Now, Salinero goes up. So that leaves Royal Spectre by the looks of things. One to move in here. Select Edition down on the inside with Fulham Davy. Frau Kingston, New Magic in line. My Tractor Broke. Spanish Light, Select Edition, a little fidgety down on the inside. Okay, Royal Spectre led up, so the line is just about set here for the second last of the day at Queanbeyan. All in. Starter goes up. They're boxed and ready in the racing. The grey Select Edition on the inside and Fulham Davy got away well. Abhishek, Spanish Light and Lavina Bay goes up. Royal Spectre's not too far away. New Magic out wide going around them. Gold Legend with Salinero followed by Never Say Red. Blowing as well back third last followed by Frau Kingston and My Tractor Broke. On settling down as they race down the back 1100 out and Select Edition leads. Running second is Spanish Light followed by Lavina Bay. Further back in the field Abhishek and Gold Legend. Not too far away behind that group. Then Royal Spectre followed by Salinero. Further back in the field Frau Kingston followed further back then New Magic, Never Say Red. Well back in the field was Fulham Davy down on the inside with My Tractor Broken blowing out wide as last of all. Racing in with 700 to go and Select Edition and Spanish Light the joint leaders taken on by Lavina Bay out wide. Running on was Gold Legend further out to Royal Spectre, Salinero, Abhishek. Back behind those on the inside as they race towards the turn Frau Kingston and a further break Never Say Red blowing as a mile back followed by Fulham Davy and New Magic is last up towards the turn and very wide Lavina Bay. Lavina Bay has raced away on the turn. In second place down on the inside Select Edition followed by Abhishek. Then Salinero closer down towards the inside Frau Kingston. Under the whip further back behind those Spanish Light followed further back then Royal Spectre but out towards the outside and going to the lead now Lavina Bay taken on by My Tractor Broke who's coming quickly. It's My Tractor Broke and Frau Kingston down on the inside and also Salinero joining in very quickly. Out wide Salinero, My Tractor Broke. They're going to the line. My Tractor Broke is too good and My Tractor Broke a half length Salinero. Close up third in the race. Frau Kingston followed then by Lavina Bay who couldn't go on. Then Gold Legend Select Edition followed further back in the field. Royal Spectre followed by Never Say Red, Abhishek. Then Blowing and Spanish Light pulling up quickly followed by Fulham Davy and the last one to pull up in the race was New Magic. Now the time for the race 1:33.47. 1:33.47 was the time for that race. And the winner is number 7, My Tractor Broke from a mile back, ridden by Paul Rowe for trainer Chris Hensler. Number 7 is the winner, My Tractor Broke, coming down the centre. Well, that lead changed a number of times in the straight. Lavina Bay raced to the lead at the top of the straight. But My Tractor Broke from a long, long way back on the turn has finished down the centre. 7:12.8 the numbers here. 7:12.8 the numbers at Queanbeyan. Number 7, My Tractor Broke, is by Wild Harmony out of Bridget's Quest, raced by C and Mrs. M.J. Hensler, trained by Chris Hensler, ridden by Paul Rowe. Second, number 12, Salinero, trained by Mark Warren, Larry Mortel. Salinero by Canonize out of Sal Miro. And third goes to number 8, that is Frau Kingston, trained by Sam Vella, by Kingston Seattle out of Frau Holler, ridden by Kevin Sweeney. So the numbers are 7:12.8. This is a first 4, so we're standing by for the number 4th position. 1:33.47 was the time. 1:33.47. A half length by a half neck the margins. 40.83 was the sectional. 40.83 the sectional. 1:33.47. Half length a half neck. Now the first 4. 7:12.81. 7:12.81. The first 4 for the New South Wales punters, with number 13 fifth. 7:12.81 official. Runners returning, My Tractor Broke, too good. That winner. Signal about to come from behind the gates. Steady rain for the last. System started not satisfied as yet. Now he is. They're ready. Been some great racing today. Good fields, good finishes. Now they're all in. Set to run in the last at Queanbeyan. Starter goes up. Set. Racing in the last, a good level start, although Music Video was chopped out and went back to the tail of the field. And Kingston Shores is second last, and Gregan is showing speed with Blackstone. Phileas down on the inside, further back behind those, Jabberwocky. The next one as they sort themselves out was Overlander, further back behind those then, Val's Regard, followed then by making up a bit of ground around the field. There was My Gundy Girl, followed further back behind those, Slimwood. And Stamina's getting well back, followed by Cash Economy. Kingston Shores and Music Video's last. There's a great race up in front here. Out very wide, Blackstone is sharing the lead with Phileas, Jabberwocky between those. Not too far away in fourth position was Gregan, followed then by My Gundy Girl, running on with Stamina, Val's Regard. Then Overlander down on the inside as they race towards the turn. Further back behind those in the field came Kingston Shores, and the next one was Slimwood, and Music Video back second last, and back towards the tail was Cash Economy. They're going very wide, and out very wide Blackstone, raced up on the outside of Jabberwocky. Phileas still there down on the inside, followed further back than Overlander, running on My Gundy Girl. And right down the outside, Stamina's putting in a run there across the track. It's Jabberwocky, the leader. Coming quickly now was Overlander, followed then by Blackstone. Jabberwocky taken on by Overlander. Overlander's the one. Overlander out wide, hit the lead near the line, and Overlander wins the last. Overlander beat Jabberwocky. Close for third, Kingston Shores or Cash Economy, then Blackstone. Further back to Stamina, followed then by My Gundy Girl. Further back than Ideal Bid, followed further back to Gregan. Further back in the field then as they cross the line, Phileas, then Val's Regard, followed then by Slimwood, and pulling up quickly towards the tail was Music Video. Number 10, the winner, Overlander, ridden by Kelly Gooch. Number 10 has won the last, Overlander, ridden by Kelly Gooch. Now the time for the race was 1:14:48. 1:14:48 was the time in a very keenly contested race. So the numbers are 10, 4 was second, Jabberwocky, ridden by Brad Johnson. And third, number 1, A Big Run, Kingston Shores, ridden by Ryan Wiggins. The winner, Overlander, raced by Mrs. A.C. Gooch, trained by Greg Gooch at Goulburn, and ridden by Kelly Gooch, A Family Affair. And Overlander is by Akaba out of Neot's Joy. Kelly Gooch, the rider. Jabberwocky second, trained by John Britton, is by Zeditive out of Empress Hadrian. Brad Johnson, the rider. And Kingston Shores third, trained by Mike Petrovic at Queanbeyan, by All Ashore out of Softly Spoken, Ryan Wiggins. So the numbers on the last, 10:41. The time for the race, 1:14:48. 1:14:48 was the... Now in the last, a length by a neck, a length by a neck. The time for the race, 1:14:48, 1:14:48, and the sectional time was 38:89. A length by a neck, the margins in the last, 1 length by a neck. And the numbers, 10:41. Runners returning, following the last race. 10:41:65 the numbers. Ten, 4, 1, 6 and 5. A length by a neck. 1:14:48 the time, 38:89 sectional. Good win to Overlander. Jabberwocky battled on. Kingston Shores coming from a long way back on the turn.